Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Henry. It is a weekday. I think it's Monday today. Yes, it is. It's Monday. And man, the last time I was here, I was recovering a cell phone at that dock over there. It must have been 400 or 500 people hanging out on the lake on the four docks as well as floating on the water. So yeah, it was busy. And so today is a Monday, and it's after the Labor Day long weekend. So of course, everybody's gone. It's just like that. So normally we clean this particular beach quite a bit, or this particular dock quite a bit, but we haven't been here since this year at all. I think the last time I was here was last year. So the visibility does not look good. Let me show you the water here. So normally I can see those rocks really, really easily. And right now there's a bit of a green algae in the water, and that's because it's been very, very warm, and there's just a tiny bit of growth. So I can't see anything at all, or at least not very much of it, which is unfortunate because I'm looking for a phone that somebody dropped right there, and I'm looking for a pair of eyeglasses that somebody dropped on this side over here. So again, just for transparency purposes, anytime that I do a dive that somebody requests, then I charge money for it. So I am getting paid for this dive. Oh, good God. Go away, bee. All right. Let's get in the water and see what kind of trash we can get out of the water. So I didn't film this part of it, but I did drop a reference line in the middle of the dock. I figured that's a good spot. Normally I drop a reference line much closer to, like usually like maybe a foot or two away from where the lost item should be. But in this case here, because the lost item, one is on one end of the dock and then the other one is on the other end of the dock, I decided to drop the line right smack in the middle. So I'm entering from the dock left effectively, and I should run into the phone first, but I didn't know where it should be. I am just gonna, my plan in my head is gonna head towards the reference line and then backtrack. But as you can see here, there's just an absolute jungle gym of blowdowns. There's just logs laying haphazardly. Hope I'm saying that right. All over the place here, and I'm looking in between the logs. And then immediately, as soon as I passed that first batch of logs, I saw the phone sitting in the pouch. It was the white corner was very helpful for me to spot it in the silt there. So I was quite pleased with that, and then decided to head towards my reference line. And then of course I'm seeing a bit of trash along the way there. This is a swamp beer. It's in a koozie. Pretty happy to get that. So into the bag it goes. It's a little swamp beer collection. By the way, I do have a very small collection. I found hundreds of these stand-up paddleboard fins or rudders, whatever you want to call them. And I've always thrown them away. Very recently I started to keep them, so now I got around, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 of these things sitting here at my house. So if you guys are missing a rudder of some kind, let me know, and maybe I'll have a free one for you. No money. I kind of figure it kind of sucks if you lose your fin or rudder, and if I can give you a free one to make your paddleboard work again, that'd be great. Another great example of the jungle gym of logs here. You can see sometimes I have to work really hard to kind of wiggle my way in between these things. There's one scene coming up here, and I'll kind of describe what you're witnessing. Here I am trying to reach in between two logs, trying to get to the beer cans. And kind of have to do that by feel, because I'm trying to extend my arm as far as it'll go, which isn't very far considering I've got so much dive gear on me and my arm only moves so far with a dry suit on. There's a little bit of moving restriction with my dry suit. And as I'm picking stuff here, it's like, oh, look at that. There's another phone. This is not the phone that I wasn't getting paid to look for this phone. That was just a random phone. I did actually pull the SIM card out of that and texted the phone owner, but they never replied to me. So onto the shelf it goes. So at this point here, what I did is instead of swimming around with the collection bag with me, I just kind of left it at a central point. In fact, the reference line is immediately next to this bag. That was it, kind of a yellow line there. You might have seen it, really quick shot. So I'm going around, still looking for the glasses, kind of basically making my way through the jungle gym here. Not really sure exactly where they dropped it. They kind of sent me a photo and they said it's on this corner. The problem is that yeah, I mean when they jump, the glasses could have went flying or whatever, so it's in there somewhere. Here's another pair, but as soon as I can see tannic staining, I know that's not the glasses I'm looking for. Here's another pair, not the one I'm looking for. And I'm sort of poking in between all the logs, underneath logs, to make sure that it wasn't something that would have fallen sort of down and then fallen underneath the log effectively. Here's another great example of jungle gym, but this one's here, sort of smaller pieces of wood, but still making it very difficult to look for things in between. I think this might have been the spot here that I did find the glasses. 3 pairs of glasses right next to each other. Yeah, there we go. And of course, I got to confirm what I have in my hand. That's not it. And I thought, oh, I think this is the one, but I got to put my stuff down so I can actually have a look at it. Luckily, I found like a little flat piece of wood. So I'll try to get all the trash to stay put so I can check out the glasses. The white one says Bride on the corner. I thought that was kind of cute. So as soon as I saw those, yep, the little metal T on the corner, that's what I was looking for. Found it. So back to the collection bag. Now, these are the guy's prescription eyeglasses. I don't want to put this in the trash collection bag because it will get all scratched up. So left the bag, swam back to my starting point, and I was trying to think, oh, where can I put this without somebody stealing them, effectively, right? So I just figured, oh, I'll just put them right underneath the dock here. I kind of figured nobody would actually see that. So back to the dive I go. And now I'm just kind of having fun. But as soon as I ducked under, I saw like a whole bunch of golf balls. And keeping in mind, I've actually left my collection bag back by my reference line, which is actually quite far away, like maybe 50, 60 feet away. So brought out my second collection bag, started children's toy there, started collecting. You can see the golf balls kind of randomly scattered to the top left and right of the screen. Started collecting more trash. This is a completely different area from where I was before when I was looking for the eyeglasses. I think I ended up picking up maybe a dozen golf balls or so. I hope I got them all. More eyeglasses or sunglasses. And going back to grab my collection bag because there's not going to leave that there anymore. So what I decided to do, so here's the part where you can see I'm trying to reach that fin, and my dive tank is actually hooked on a log that's above me. So there's a log underneath me and a log above me, and I have to wiggle my way precariously, and I'd be really careful because I don't want to actually rip anything. Reach down and grab the item, just to kind of give you an example of how much debris is in the water. So after I took the first couple bags of trash up to the surface, I continued on with the dive for another 10-15 minutes and collected more trash, but I didn't bother including it in this video here because it was pretty boring. Just more beer cans and sunglasses. What I did decide to do at the very end of the dive is to just practice because the water was really, really warm and it was actually not harsh on my face. So I decided to do a little hover drill here, just take my mask off just to make sure I'm comfortable with the water. This is about 3 feet of water, and I tend to do this in very shallow water because it's much harder to do in shallow water than deep water. And what you want to do is basically not cork to the surface nor sink to the bottom when you do a mask off drill. So here we go. Well, that was a very fun dive for me in the sense of I found what I came to look for. I dropped down and the plan was for me to swim over to my reference line, and then looking at the shoreline, I got to go right from the phone and then left for the for the pair of prescription eyeglasses. And as I'm swimming towards the to my reference line, and the phone was right there, right in front of me, so it was a little bit closer than they had described it. That's fine. Found it. That's all that matters. Looks like the phone was in good shape because it was still in the waterproof case. The eyeglasses took me forever to find because they said it was to the right side of the dock, but there was like so many pair of glasses that I wasn't sure what I was looking for, and then I found the one that was prescription. So, and I also the owner has sent me a picture of the guy with his eyeglasses on. There's a pretty distinctive little metal piece on the corner. I'll show you in a second here, but man, that was fun. I had for the last, like, I don't know, 20-30 dives or something, I've had this very slow leak in my right foot that's gotten progressively worse and worse, and then finally took my suit in because I thought I needed to get my boot replaced. But as it turned out, just the right at the seam, it was slowly coming apart. So the dive shop, Ocean Quest Diving, thank you so much, glued the seam back together for me, and I have a dry foot. So that's pretty awesome. So you guys can see on the water there's just a few, and this is the Monday after summer holidays over. There's these floaties out there. When I was here on the long weekend, there was probably like, I don't know, 400 or 500 people on the lake, probably easily maybe 50 floaties. There's this giant floating island thing you can see right there, and a couple of stand-up paddleboards. That's how people lose their stuff. They just, wind comes up, or maybe they're goofing around, and they've had a few drinks, and they flip one of these things, and then all their stuff goes flying. Okay, lots of golf balls, by the way, on this dive. Okay, 13 pounds. Pair of eyeglasses actually sitting right in front of you guys. That's the prescription glasses that I came to look for. The only reason there's so many pair eyeglasses or sunglasses around where this was. The only reason I knew is because I saw in a photo this distinctive little T right there. So, all right, 13 pounds of garbage. Awesome. Sunglasses, little Ariel. Is that what it's called? That little Disney girl. There's the phone. Yay. All right, here we go. That's the trash find for the day. So these are all the sunnies that I found. And these are the pair that I came to look for. The phone in the pouch is the one that I got paid to come look for, and that's the bonus phone. I think that one's trash because the lens is actually cracked. A few vapes. Starting to find a lot of vapes these days. Got one. Swamp beer, we'll open that up in a second for you guys. And then I've got some other cans. Cute little camping mug here. And some assortment of clothing and this and that. Okay, let's open up this mystery beer because it's inside a Corkcicle little cup holder thing. So I don't know what kind of beer it is, but it's full. Oops. I'm sure the person was probably very sad that they lost this. All right, so I'm not sure. How do we get? Oh yeah, okay. Cool. This thing is. Oh, what do we have? What do we have? It is a. Oh, it's a Beach Radler. It's actually one of my favorite Radlers. Beach, awesome. That'll be for a swamp beer tasting later on. But perfectly good Corkcicle cup holder thing here. Wash that off, I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, folks, successful dive today, and just after lunch, so I'm going to clean this up and contact the people who are looking for their stuff, and then I am going to head home and edit video, probably do a workout. All right, see you guys. Thank you so much for Pacific Pilsner for sponsoring the dive, as well as Lime Bike Share for coming out for doing dive logistics, and thank you to my Patreon supporters. We'll see you guys in the next one.